Hello there, welcome to the continuation of what I guess is lesson 118. It's almost turning into a series of its own. And once again, I have to thank my dear friend Steve, in fact, is his name, for that advice about just going ahead and starting to do something even though you're not sure exactly how you want it to go. In the end, the right answer will come up, or at least a better answer. So what I did was I realized I definitely don't want to define any wndproc in here. And I don't need this trace anymore. What I really want is some way to know whether or not the incoming message is something that has been privately handled by this class, and so that means that you declare one of these things as deriving from here. It's still mandatory to implement wndproc. And that was the first main reason for not doing it the way I had. And so now it reduces to this. If it's a private message that I have nothing to do with, then I just return. And that would also be a handled message. Now on wm create, there's an init. This thing provides an init function. Maybe I could make it init tray icon or something like that, which takes an initial string and a mode. And I've defined something because I realized that just adding something to the tray is only one use of the sys_tray. Some programs will only add themselves to the tray when they get hidden, and then clicking the tray will bring them back. And that can be automated inside here, and so that's what this mode stands for. Manual means that you do the hiding and unhiding on your own. This thing won't do anything on its own. You have to call that special functions. Show the icon and hide the icon. And this mode means always show the icon. That's what we were currently working with. Okay. So, and that's the one that we're going to want in the end. But I thought I'd just give you a demo of the auto mode. So, I've initialized the tray text with this text. And, well, it's kind of useless now. Just get text. Forget the count. I'm not doing anything with that count anymore. Okay, so I'm just using the window text. That could even be a default. I could put mode front maybe. And in this mode, if I hide the window, then if I hide the window, then it's going to put the icon in there. Now, if I then show the window, it should take it away in the auto mode. That's just how I've defined auto. Auto meaning show the icon when the main window is not visible. So the main window now is visible. Now what I've done here is I've just overridden the minimize window message. If I could actually took a while to figure out what the message is. If you get WM size and for the parameter minimize, I don't know if this is past tense or not. It's hard to tell. At that point, I'm going to just hide the window. That should have the effect of bringing the icon in. So now it's currently not minimized. So if I click this, I've hidden the window, and now here's the icon in the tray. And when I click it here, the icon disappears and the window comes back. Now another way to minimize this window is to just click here. So that works as well. Some programs don't take their icon away, even if you minimize even if you minimize them and hide them, I should say, like pt.3.1, but still respond to not a click, but a double click of the mouse button will bring the window up. It depends on how you set it up. The way I've set up that particular program, it always shows in the tray, and hiding it keeps it in the tray. Double clicking it brings the window up, and it's still always there, and the tray icon never disappears. I could mimic that behavior with setting this to manual or always, just always. If I set this to always, always, then I'm always going to get a icon here. There it is. Even though I'm hiding it on this, the icon's still there. My click handler still brings it back. That's the way I've defined it. And this is very similar to the way that I have BitTorrent set up. Now I can't do any double clicking while I'm recording these videos, but since I've only set this on a single click, I can show you how that program would behave were I able to do a double click. Okay, so now the reason I like to have this thing always here for that particular program is it has some information in the bubble text. And the information is also on the title bar, but I find it habitual for me to just do that hover to find out what the speed is. Speaking of which, forgot to turn it back on. There. See? It's there. Okay. So now that's all fine and perfect, and we'll leave that here, and then go on to the menu bit in the next one. Oh, I forgot to add one thing. That message, the internal WM app message, is not visible anymore in here, and I decided finally to just put it in Windows, TsWindow, not this set, but in here. It doesn't really matter. It's still global. Oops. A global function. In fact, maybe I should put it global. Called where is it? It's called register Right. Register private window message. I'm going to worry about that. Shouldn't be private, it should be public, really. Protected. Well, protected's okay, I guess. You would only call it in the context of, within the context of a window, because it's meant to be a, application-defined message. Now, I don't unregister them just as that other function does, but I can add that as well. All it does is it has this thing that starts at wnapp. I'm going to show you it. Starts at wnapp, and I increment it whenever you call this, and return then increment, and just there's a little multi-thread protection here to make sure no. I could have used, I guess, make this so long and use interlocked increment or something instead of using this critical section. And maybe I should. I would like to, I would like to have a way to bring it down because it's global, and that means even after the window dies, this value stays the same. It's no longer in use. So maybe I should just add an unregister. Which takes a value. And see, now it gets complicated because now it's like an array that can possibly have holes in it. So something I gotta think about. It could be a member, but members not necessarily any good because you might create other windows that might want to use their own special messages, but you may want to use a special message to communicate with another window, and you would get confused if each one maintained its own private list. So what I have to do then is make this into an array first. I'm checking to see if I can go up to C000 or BFFF. I can't go any bigger than that. I'm going to make sure it's not bigger than that. And make it into we'll either add a list, make it a list instead of just a number, and remove, can search through the list for the particular one and remove, and that's probably what I'll do. Easy, that's easy enough. All I do is open. Then I need to be able to find, to get a new one, I have to be able to find something that's definitely not in the list. So there's a little more work to that. I'll fix that up. Okay.